I am Mayuddin Babar. There is a saying that no free lunch. I was invited to this function by Asif, and I just came as an invitee, and he told me that I have to lead it. So I said that, yes, truly there is no free lunch or dinner. So we are thankful to all of you for being with us here this evening, despite it's a weekday and your busy preoccupations. As you know, we have here today a special guest, and for that reason we are here to welcome him and to listen to him. He is Ambassador Barry Gusi. I don't know if I have really pronounced your name right. With regard to peace, human rights, scientific discoveries, politics, academy, performing arts, literature, medicine, physiology, journalism, literature, humanities, physics, chemistry, religion, business, philanthropy, economics. They are wonderful items. We are so happy and privileged to have Mr. Barry Gusi amongst us this evening. He has arrived yesterday and must still be jet-lagged, or no, I think he's off from his jet lag. And by meeting all of you today, he will definitely feel more excited. We hope he will enlighten us more about the Gusi Foundation and its mission as well as its activities. Honorable Barry, the presence of so many distinguished persons from different strata of the society here this evening shows the goodwill that each of us have for you. We sincerely hope that you will have a wonderful and memorable stay in Dhaka. Thank you, Honorable Barry Gusi, for being with us, and thanks to all of you for enriching this gathering. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we will definitely request Mr. Barry to come to the podium, but not now exactly. First, we will watch a short video on the Gusi Foundation. So let's now watch this video, and after that, I'll be back on the podium. Thank you. Quite informative and quite enlightening. Now we know something about the Gusi Foundation and about the Peace Prize, and happy to know that many from Bangladesh won this prize earlier. Very well, ladies and gentlemen, we will now request Mr. Barry Gusi to kindly come to the podium and tell us more about your foundation and about your mission. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Honorable Barry Gusi.
Excellencies, honorable and distinguished guests who are here tonight, I would like to acknowledge the presence of the two former laureates of the Gusi Peace Prize that represent the Republic of Bangladesh in the past, Governor Abdul Rahman of Bangladesh, the Governor of the Central Bank. Please rise. Also, he has done a kind of advocacy in agriculture and poverty alleviation in the rural areas of Bangladesh. Honorable A.H. Newman. the very first Bangladesh that received the Gusi Peace Prize. And I think Mr. H. Suraj is on his way to come over here. The Deputy Attaché of the United States of America. I was able to mention to him that Hillary Clinton is my friend. However, the two children of President Donald Trump, they used to call me uncle, especially Ivanka. They used to visit us in the Philippines before his father won the presidency. And I hosted the children of President Trump in the Philippines because they have the Trump Tower over there. I am also very happy that the Honorable Asif Chaudhry hosted this function tonight, and I will be mentioning it later. I'm very proud that the Ambassador of Norway is here, His Excellency Ambassador Blake, because the Nobel Peace Prize is from Norway. And one of the nephew of Michael Nobel, Alfred Nobel, the son of his brother Ludwig Nobel, Dr. Michael Nobel, received the Gusi Peace Prize in the past. The mother of Mr. Asif Chaudhry, Madam Chaudhry, was there, and his daughter. I would like to acknowledge her presence. And the most distinguished Bangladesh people that are here tonight, the retired general from the armed forces of Bangladesh. I couldn't speak the right words how I would acknowledge all of you, but this is my first time here in Bangladesh, and I'm so happy being with you tonight. The Gusi Peace Prize was founded by my father, who was a guerrilla hero. He fought against Japanese oppression during the Second World War, and he is together with then former President Ferdinand Marcos. They were very close friends. However, we left the Philippines during their administration because my father is a kind of adamant. He did not agree for his leadership. I would probably say because of some problem that arise towards human rights. My father was a politician. We are a landlord from the Philippines, my mother. And this is probably one of the reasons why we are championing human rights in the country. There is the Marcoses, the Aquinoses, the Gusises, the Ramoses, Aranitas, and the Subelda Ayalas. I'm proud that we are in this crowd of the Filipino people. And this is probably one of the reasons why we have the Gusi Peace Prize in Asia if there is the Nobel Peace Prize in Europe. I wouldn't say that we are equivalent of the Nobel Peace Prize, but the Nobel family in Europe are very proud to have the Gusi Peace Prize in Asia. The United States has the Pulitzer in a different way. Nobel Peace Prize in Europe, Gusi Peace Prize in Asia. This awards giving body should be given a laudable and a kind of recognition that humanity should be proud of. Because in the world today, there are not much awards giving body that recognizes the great peacemaker and achievers of the world. We said, blessed are the peacemakers, for they are the children of God. The Nobel Peace Prize, Gusi Peace Prize, the Pulitzer, and what more. These are the three leading awards giving body that recognize the great peacemakers and achievers of the world. And I know that in the southern part of Asia, there are so many distinguished people with regards of what they have achieved, with regards of what are the standings of this nation. They are laudable, acknowledgeable, and they should be given the heroic acknowledgement of your country. Mr. Sheikh Suraj, Honorable A.H. Numan, Dr. Governor Atul Rahman, I'm very proud of these three people. And soon there will be also a fourth Bangladeshi that will be receiving this Gusi Peace Prize. You don't need to be very rich, you don't need to be very famous. There are many famous and wealthy people, but they do not have the ability. We are looking for those people who have achieved something that they are sharing their lives for the betterment of human life.
Gusi Foundation.
Gusi Peace Prize are recognizing people not only in scientific research and medicine, economics, physics, chemistry, performing arts, cinematic excellence, statesmanship, peace, journalism, literature, at the same time in poverty alleviation. I am a kind of speechless how I would explain this tonight. But the only thing I would say, Gusi Peace Prize is the Asia's World Purpose Peace Prize giving body recognizing the great peacemakers and achievers of the world. And it is only one in Asia, only one. And my family, even then that they reside in Spain and Germany, I'm the only one in the Philippines. My father told me, never get out of the Philippines because you are a Filipino. And the Gusi Peace Prize is a pride of the Filipino people, Asia, and the whole world. We are in one whole world together, and we have to work for peace. There are so many problems in the world today. Who make the problem in the world today? Humanity. So humanity has to do the solution and to do the solving problem of what is going on when it comes to this chaotic world today. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my profound pleasure to be here tonight. And I wish all of you, I wish that all of you could come to the Philippines to see the November 22 awards giving body. I invited Angelina Jolie to come. I invited 3 former Miss Universe to come. I invited 3 head of states to come. And of course, I am inviting all of you here in Bangladesh, and I'm pretty sure so many of you will be attending, because when there is a laureate from Bangladesh, so many Bangladeshi people are coming, not only from the country of Bangladesh, but from Singapore, from Thailand, from Australia, from the United States of America to support their representative for the Gusi Peace Prize. I would probably say after this 2017, we will not select at all in Bangladesh. Bangladesh have to wait for another 10 years to be given the proper and the right nomination, because we are moving around the world. I would say from Latin America and from Europe. However, this year, Gusi Peace Prize 2017, there will be 17 laureates. Namely, they were from Haiti, Jamaica, Argentina, United States of America, Australia, United Kingdom, China, and this year again, one from Bangladesh. And we have from Kazakhstan, we have from Uzbekistan, we have from Italy, we have from the Philippines, we have from United Kingdom, of course we have from the United States of America, and we have from Costa Rica. Costa Rica will be represented by former President Arias de Sanchez. Ladies and gentlemen, I couldn't speak really inside, but my profound happiness for you to be here. And also thank you for your support, for coming here tonight, to know what is really the Gusi Peace Prize. Many people in Asia and the whole world are saying Gusi Peace Prize is the Asian equivalent of the Nobel Peace Prize. I am really embarrassed when they said that it is the Asian equivalent of the Nobel Peace Prize, because the Nobel Peace Prize is a billionaire peace prize giving body. The Gusi Peace Prize is not a billionaire peace prize giving body. It is a wealthy peace prize giving body. But Nobel Peace Prize is always the best in the world. However, the Gusi Peace Prize is unique. It has the nobility, it has the dignity, the pleasure of admiration of the people of the world, and respect for human life. And the Gusi Peace Prize, in my own perception, has no equivalent, because Nobel Peace Prize is Nobel Peace Prize. It is foremost in the world. The Gusi Peace Prize is the Gusi Peace Prize. It is unique and only one in the world. Therefore, Pulitzer has no equivalent. Nobel Peace Prize has no equivalent. Gusi Peace Prize equivalent. But this peace prize giving body in the world should be laudable and recognizable and admirable, and should be respected by human life, because they are the people who are recognizing. These are the organizations who are recognizing the greatest peacemaker and achievers of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, again, my pleasure. God bless you all, and thank you so very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have heard Mr. Barry Gusi talking about the foundation and about the Gusi Peace Prize. And a very detailed sketch he has explained what is it and how is it given. And he also mentioned about the 3 persons from Bangladesh who received this wonderful recognition earlier. I think it's time we can hear a little bit about this prize and feeling on receiving this prize from one of those laureates who is present here, our former governor of the Bangladesh Bank, Dr. Atiur Rahman. So may we request you to kindly come and speak a little bit over your feeling on receiving this prize. Thank you.
Honorable Barry Gusi, Chairman of the Gusi Peace Prize Foundation, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, it's quite a surprise that His Excellency Mr. Barry Gusi is here. I just came to know through Asif Chaudhry, that he is here. Thank you, Asif, for bringing him here and providing the platform which he deserves. He is a great energy, full of energy. When he welcomed us in Manila to give this prize, it suddenly came to me. I didn't know. Suddenly, one day he called me and said that we have nominated you to be one of the laureates. I was still then with the governor with a lot of many other activities. I said, on what ground? And he said, because you have been working so much on the disadvantaged and the poor, on your financial inclusion. This award we have given you on a central bank which has been working for the downtrodden and the disadvantaged. And I was so happy to really receive that prize. As you know, the pomp and grandeur of that prize giving ceremony is extensive. For 3-4 days they really organized this program, and many of the Filipino elites and all that, they participate, they welcomed us, and it's become a national festivity like things. I wish many more Bangladeshis would get this prize, because this is a prize is well researched, and the jury board is very competent, and hardly anybody knows who are the juries. That also gives you the the impartiality of the selection, and also they give the prize for diversified perception of peace. Peace is not only for something that you stop a war, or you do a thing, you diminish the threat and all that. They give it on many other fields. When they were giving it for central bank, which meant financial inclusion, they really meant that how they could give these people the economic power to overcome the disadvantages. I remember, in that occasion, I said that fighting poverty is also a kind of peace, actually, because you need to really have food and also have the respect for in the society, and for that matter you need access to finance. And I thought financial inclusion was one of those objectives. I thought coming together itself is peace. Rabindranath Tagore once said, the fear of poverty is like a fear of ghost. You are afraid of the ghost because you are alone. If 5 of you come together, or your brothers and sisters come together, you are no more afraid of the ghost. Similarly, in fighting poverty or in fighting disadvantages or the threat of war and all that, if we can come together, we then gain the strength, and then we are not afraid of the fear of poverty, which is like a fear of ghost. So I really appreciate Mr. Barry Gusi for really doing it almost single-handedly, bringing the whole world together. That's the attraction of this foundation, and he does it meticulously, everything. And I must also remember his wife, who gives a lot of support to Mr. Barry Gusi, and together 2 of them actually really is the like a magnet. They attract people from all around the world. I want to thank you, Mr. Barry, for coming to Bangladesh. Bangladesh is a country, which has proved to be a miracle. It's an amazing story of transformation. This was a country which was born, in ruins, and in 1971, this was a country, basically an agrarian country. This was a country, in 72, which had only 110 per capita income, and the same country is now having a per capita income of $1,500 plus. The life expectancy of average Bangladeshi has gone up to 72 years, 30 to 40 years in 35 years. Never ever happened anywhere in the world. So we are very proud of this country, because we are all fighting, and the fighting spirit of the people are the most important ingredient for this success story. And you are in a country which everybody is fighting in one way or the other. 160 million people in such a small area of land. We are really fighting for not only our survival, we are fighting for peace, we are fighting for the greater good of the world. So thank you very much for coming here and really sharing your mind with us. And also I want to thank you all for being here to really welcome His Excellency Barry Gusi. Thank you very much. Thank you.
He must have some secret in his pocket, and I think it's time to reveal that. So, Mr. Barry, again, you're welcome here.
Ladies and gentlemen, I said again a while ago during my speech that there were going to be a 4th Bangladeshi that will receive the Gusi Peace Prize. And I hope that this not will surprise you, because I said there are 3 Bangladeshis who received Gusi Peace Prize. in the 85 years history of the Gusi Peace Prize as a charitable institution and giving the awards by recognizing the peacemaker and achievers for 17 years. And for 17 years, there are three Bangladesh national that received the Gusi Peace Prize, namely the very first is the Honorable A.H. Newman, the second is the Honorable Governor of Central Bank, Atul Rahman, and of course, Mr. Sheikh Siraj. And then the fourth one I will announce tonight. And this is also one of the reasons why I came to Bangladesh. So, may I ask Mr. Honorable Asif Chaudhry to come, that he will be the fourth Bangladesh to receive the Gusi Peace Prize. And after that, we have to wait 10 years for the Gusi Peace Prize to come in Bangladesh to find the fifth nomination. Because as I said, we are eyeing on Latin America, the United States of America, and Europe and Africa. So probably Asia have to wait for so many years again. However, every year we'll at least take Asian laureates. I must admit that in Europe and in America, as well as Latin America, there are so many medical doctors that they have done excellent in scientific research, because nowadays there are many problems in health issues globally, especially the issues of cancer, the issues of HIV. And most who discover the research into these issues are normally from Europe and America, Latin America and in Asia, if not India, the Chinese, and the Japanese. But in this field of humanitarianism and international relationship, when it comes to business, when it comes to other issues, where again, here we have the fourth Bangladesh to receive the Gusi Peace Prize in the person of the Honorable Asif Chaudhry. We have had investigation about himself, and he was recommended by 1,000 important Bangladesh figures outside the country and within the country. And I told him, you have to continue your work for whatever the good of your country, probably in business or economics or to humanitarianism. And may I read this nomination to him. Gusi Peace Prize International, Manila, Philippines. It has been signed in Malacanang Palace. Honorable Asif Chaudhry, Bangladesh, received 2017 Gusi Peace Prize. Their Honorable Chaudhry, the Gusi Peace Prize, Philippines and the International Committee have decided to award the Gusi Peace Prize 2017 to you, Honorable Asif Chaudhry, for your untiring effort working for people's amelioration to find peaceful solutions for people's welfare by promoting peace through economics and humanitarianism. You have contributed significantly to the lives of people by working as an international businessman for over 2 decades, for launching and managing and overseeing the financial analytics of the K-Line Bangladesh Kawasaki Kaizen Kaisha Limited, a locally and globally active transportation service being
the founders, Secretary General of Consular Corps in Bangladesh, Director of Dhaka Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Japan-Bangladesh Chamber of Commerce and Industry, in Dutch-Bangladesh Chamber of Commerce and Industry, World Federation of Consuls General Organization, excellence in proficiency in relationship building, negotiation skills, and stakeholder influencing the Chilean Honorary Consul in Bangladesh as appointed by the government of Chile for leadership and service at the World Federation of the Consuls Organization of the World, receiving the TICAC Medal of Honor in Prague, receiving the Bernard C. Higgins Award, which has been considered to be the highest Chilean civilian distinction given to a foreign national by the President of the Republic of Chile. Contribution and commitment to the areas of international business and in trade in 2014, being active in taking up welfare programs for the local communities in rural areas of Bangladesh. All your academic, diplomatic and professional qualifications, academic ranks qualifications, administrative and diplomatic experiences, business and financial management, participation to the conferences, seminars, workshops, international training courses, legal activities in different media, business concerns, humanitarianism in Bangladesh and Southeast Asia have made you a living paradigm to others to emulate, not only in Bangladesh, in Asia, but throughout the international community. Therefore, your presence is eagerly expected in November 22, 2017, Wednesday, 6 p.m. at the Philippine International Convention Center in Manila, Philippines, to receive the distinguished honor dedicated and integral achievement to your significant contribution for economic, peace, diplomacy, and humanitarianism. Your presence at the night of the event will be highly appreciated by the Filipino people, as well as the Gusi Peace Prize committees, Asia, and the whole world. Your presence in the event will enhance human dignity, friendship, and goodwill. With my very best wishes, yours truly, former Ambassador Bergus, Chairman of the Board, the Gusi Peace Prize International.
Honorable Ambassador Barry Gusi, Chairman of the famous Gusi Peace Prize Foundation, a business for the last 3 decades and trying my utmost to bring as much welfare for all. In my diplomatic pursuits, I have been making all-out efforts to internationalize our business, cultivating all available opportunities. I strongly feel today that my efforts have not gone in vain, and today's recognition served as a good testimony to that end. Ladies and gentlemen, with this recognition today, I not only feel highly inspired but immensely assured with renewed commitment to play a greater and stronger role to enhance my ideals and values. Truly, I pledge to serve you, the community, better. I also take this opportunity to recall with deep respect the names of those in this country who earlier received the Gusi Peace Prize Award. They are media personality, Sheikh Shiraz in 2015, former Governor of Bangladesh Bank, Dr. Atiur Rahman, in 2014 and social worker Mr. Abul Hassan Numan in 2013. I am extremely happy and honored to be in the footprints of these persons who won marks excellence in their respective fields. Once again, thank you all for being with us this evening. Your presence at this momentous occasion of my life makes me jubilant. I am extremely happy that I could share this jubilation with you all and invite you to join me in Manila on 22nd of November 2017. Thank you all.
So, ladies and gentlemen, simultaneously to this great news, may I also announce that we are delighted to have Mr. Mahbubur Rahman, President of the International Chamber of Commerce, Bangladesh. He has just come in a few minutes back. According to a thumb rule, those who come late or last, they speak first. So, sir, would like to listen to you. He says no. So may we now request Mr. Devapuriya. Mr. Devapuriya Bhattacharya is here. Oh, you have been eclipsed. So I think we would like to see you. So can you please come up to the podium and
and Honorable Dr. Barry Gusi. I know that you are all waiting for the dinner as well, along with all the good news which are coming in. Let me start by saying that when Mr. Babar Mohiuddin said that there is no free lunch or dinner, I would like to mildly disagree with him and say that there are some very pleasant occasions when you are ready to pay the price to be part of the occasion. So this is one of those lunch or dinner when I'm ready to pay the price of taking your attention for a couple of minutes. Please allow me that. Colleagues, those who have heard just now the great news, they would possibly know Asif very well, now the awardee of the Gusi Peace Prize 2017. Those who know Asif, and may I call him by the first name, not even on the ceremonial occasion, those who know Asif, they don't need any introduction about him. Those who don't know Asif, no introduction will be enough. And that will be pretty long. So I will cut to the chase. Asif is a unique blend of academic excellence, entrepreneurial skills, and social commitment. I think that all three together brings him to this particular occasion today most appropriately. A person who would have, after doing his education, stayed back in the United States, would have got a very good high position within an executive in a private sector enterprises, if not in the financial sector, but decided to come back to the country and join the new breed of entrepreneurs in the post-independence Bangladesh and even a bit later. And along with that, he blended well his constant pursuit for new knowledge, new skills, and about his innovative style of building new enterprises. He ventured from plastic industry to zipper factories, and obviously the K-line, which has been mentioned so appropriately over here. And I always felt a bit surprised that how he also blended his business skills, business acumen with the diplomatic skills, and how he could blend the two to pursue the same interest of the country. He had been the Honorary Consul of Chile, a country of extraordinary excellence. It is looked upon as one of the model or the success stories in Latin America, if not in the whole world, in terms of development and achieving great heights. And he had been also, as you have heard, the founder, Secretary General of the Honorary Consuls in Dhaka, which took him globally and got him the award of being of the Federation of the Honorary Consuls part of one of the executives over there. So he had been awarded also globally. This is not the first occasion when he is being recognized in this way. And then comes in pursuing entrepreneurship, pursuing business and trade, but not losing the social commitment and the values and the ethics and the dignity. I think that is the three part which makes Asif stand out from many others over there. But does he stand out? Let me put you on that. Asif comes to me as coming of age of Bangladesh entrepreneurship. The new generation which has come to stay in Bangladesh in the 80s, 90s and now. This is a generation which we all look up to. This is a generation which has fought not only the post-independence, all the challenges, not only the governance challenges, but the absence of infrastructure, the bureaucratic approaches, and sometimes the hostile external environment. Notwithstanding all this is a generation which is really showing up today. This is a generation which in the next 10 years possibly will take command of this country in all spheres, not only in business but many other spheres as well. This is the optimism which brings me here today, because it is not only Asif, he represents today a recognition for a generation in Bangladesh, the new generation of entrepreneurs who, notwithstanding all the challenges and all the hurdles, in spite of all the impediments, have really risen to the occasion and not only made our country more prosperous, but has fetched much more recognition globally. Mr. Gusi was telling that it is three only laureates, and next 10 years there will not be any more from Bangladesh, if not from Asia. You know, you have just been proven wrong, that we have the fourth one. And I can tell you, this is a country with its indomitable spirit, the aspiration and the innovation with which it strives. We may be low in per capita, but we are disproportionately, positive sense, disproportionately endowed with Asif Chaudhry's and his compatriots. I think this is possibly the human beings which we have is really which makes us go forward every day with a new sense of aspiration, with a new sense of optimism and a new sense of service and dignity. Colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to bore you over here at all. I want to tell you, Asif, this is where is Asif? Yes, please. No, you don't have to stand up like that. You do that only in front of Honorable Barry Gusi, not for me. So the point is that a new recognition is new responsibility, a bit of a pressure, because everybody will be looked upon to you now as an idol, as an icon, as a person to follow. We lack don't have many role models in this and in that sense. So we will look forward to seeing you and inspiring another new generation in this Bangladesh to build another new modern, prosperous and a progressive Bangladesh. Thank you very much for listening to me. Congratulations, Asif, to you, all of you. Give a big hand to Asif, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think we can now request Mr. Aftabul Islam. Aftab bhai?
First of all, I congratulate Mr. Honorable Very Gusi to be here this evening. This is the first time I had the opportunity. I have heard about this award from my friend who got it first time, Mr. Numan. Numan, we have been together in the chartered accountancy. He was my senior, he was my mentor in the chartered accountancy. Then he left that profession and went for the agriculture, and he made himself proved that he has done something. And that's the first time I have heard about this Gusi award. The first time there was back in 1913, but he was the first laureate of this award. Thereafter, Dr. Atiyar Rahman, who is genuinely the second laureate. And third one is the Shaikh Shiraz, who is also a very good friend of mine. And today, this is the pleasant surprise for me. I just came to see Mr. Very Gusi here, but I have come and I've heard him with great interest. Not with interest, but also with a profit. Profit in the sense that I will go home as a wiser person about the whole project, about the whole award, which has been 85 years old. And honestly, this is a Nobel Prize from the Asian country. Congratulations. Thank you. And in that count, I'm very happy that there is a fourth laureates of the award, but we shall have to wait for another 10 years, and we may not see the fifth recipient of this great Gusi award. That is one of the things that we're going to miss. But I think the board of jury has done the right thing in selecting a person like my good friend Asif Chaudhary. Asif also, year before last, I was also present when he has been awarded with the Bernard Higgins Award, the highest Chilean civilian award bestowed on him by the Chilean president. Thereafter, Asif, as Mr. Devapriya Bhattacharya has rightly said, he's blended of the trade commerce industry and also with the diplomacy. Asif is, as you know, is the Honorable Consul of Chile in Bangladesh, but he added some values in his cap. He has a wonderful organizational and business ability, what we have been watching. And the other day, on the day before yesterday, he was presenting at Dhaka Chamber, perhaps, I saw in the newspaper, that was one of the best presentations that he has made on the shipping. And Asif is genuinely a household name in this country, especially for his wonderful tenacity, wonderful perseverance of trade and commerce and industry in this country, along with his diplomatic persuasion. With all my humility at my command, with all my sincerity at my heart, crave the unending blessings of Asif. May God bless Asif and allow Asif to make many, many laurels in his cap. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Now, we're just getting late for the dinner, but no way out. We cannot stop listening to these words of praise for Asif. And may now request Dr. Syed Farhat Anwar, if you could say something about why Asif is eligible for this award.
Honorable Mr. Barry Gusi, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm nobody to decide in terms of why he has won it because it deserves it, and there are certain things that we need to look at. I think every time when we look at a businessman, we think a businessman is here for making a profit or cutting prices. And what Asif has done is he's looked beyond that. What he's done is he's shown the world how you can add value through building relationships. Relationships across borders, not just within borders. And this is for all of us to learn, to assess not just individual speed, but the outcome that his effort has given us. And I think this is one of the reasons why he is unique and he deserves this particular award. This is also to say that all of the businessmen who are sitting in this room today, at least, that he has not only set an example for us, but he has set a bar for all of us to reach out to the world and tell the world that Bangladesh is sitting here to give you certain things, to build relationships for the welfare of not just Bangladeshis, but people across the globe. And all of us earn from each other, earn not just money, but just much beyond that. Love, relationship, and it goes beyond even those. The other part of Asif is, I will not talk about his trade and the awards that he received earlier, but I know that he's also someone who travels a lot to know nations, to know people of various nations. That again makes him unique as well. It makes him unique in the sense that once you know people of various countries, you also know how to build bridges. And he's excellent at that as well. I believe that these two traits are good enough for a business person to earn the reward that he has. We are very proud of you, Asif. We look forward to your achievements, and we know that this is just one stepping stone for us to watch over you and learn from you. Congratulations, and thank you for representing us in the global fraternity. Thank you so very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Farhat. You really made a very good, as usual, academic insight into what Asif does and why he got the award. Ladies and gentlemen, I think as the last one we have is Mr. Salahuddin Qasim Khan. He's a very well-known business personality and honorary consul of Turkey. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Mr. Salahuddin Qasim Khan to speak about us. Thank you.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, which means peace be upon you. I feel privileged to be able to say something about my colleague and friend, Mr. Asif Chaudhry. We must congratulate you, Honorable Mr. Barry Gusi, for conferring this great honor on him. We also feel honored, all of us here, his friends, his colleagues, that we feel honored, Bangladesh feels honored that you've chosen another one of us to give the Gusi Peace Prize. Peace is becoming a very difficult concept in this very uncertain world today. I think we need many more people like Honorable Asif Chaudhry to play a role in making bridges between countries and people where we are trying to close borders and relationships. I first came to know about Mr. Asif Chaudhry nearly 15 years ago when we were working on forming the Consular Corps of Bangladesh. And we worked very closely, and what I've seen is his sincerity and commitment to whatever he does. He wants to do excellence. And because of that, he also became a member of the Federation of Consuls based in Brussels. He not only represented Bangladesh, but he also represented South Asia in this international forum recognized by the United Nations. So he is truly a citizen of the world. And I believe with his business acumen, his being a shipping expert, he has learned to cross oceans with his intellect, with his humility, and always a smile on his face. This is what I've seen Mr. Asif for. I also have the privilege of being in the same chamber together, the Japan Bangladesh chamber, but he's in so many chambers, it's difficult to give account of all that he has done in the business world. But this is just to say that we all feel proud that Mr. Asif Chaudhry has been honored by the Gusi Foundation, which we all know of in Bangladesh. In the 60s, I remember we had the privilege of hosting Senator Aquino when he came to Bangladesh, and he visited the port city of Chittagong. Well, now his son is the president of the Philippines. So we have long relationship with the Philippines, and we feel that the Philippines was the really the economic model for us in Asia in that time. So we hope with this prize, our relationship with your country, Honorable Barry Gusi, will also increase. And once again, congratulations, my friend and colleague, Mr. Asif Chaudhry. May you spread goodwill throughout the world. Thank you.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I think we know that the praises and congratulatory words will keep on pouring in, and Asif will have to have a special vault prepared to receive all those. And I think this place is not enough right now, so I think we can continue to these after the dinner. So once again, thank you very much for being with us this evening at this historic moment for Mr. Asif's life. And it's good that we are here. We are lucky, we are fortunate to share this momentous occasion with Asif and his family members. We are thankful to each of you for your time. We are especially thankful to Barry Gusi for coming and sharing this historic, momentous and cardinal moment with us. Thank you very much. Thank you. May we now invite you for dinner. Thank you. Enjoy your dinner.